Guys, have you ever wondered why same institutions can produce both good and bad outcomes at the same time? Take social media for example. It connects people across the world, but at the same time, it spread misinformation, create addiction and polarization. And that's exactly what Robert Merton wanted us to understand. And UPSC also asked this question, and it's a 20 marker. If you can see this question, the question is, what are the reactions of Robert Merton to functionalism of social anthropologists and bring out its limitations of latent functions? So see, it's a 20 marker and you need to talk about manifest and latent function, and since it's a 20 marker, don't write only about manifest and latent function. You are supposed to write this in three parts, and the first part is definitely Merton's criticisms of the classical functionalism that you need to explain in terms of Merton's postulates, and then his concept of manifest and latent function, and then the limitations of latent function, and that should be followed by a balanced conclusion, and that shows the maturity and depth. So here Merton believed that earlier functionalists like Malinowski, Radcliffe Brown, they assume that every institution is useful, necessary and contribute to social harmony, and he challenged this through three criticisms. So we'll talk about the criticism in this session. So first is functional unity. So what benefits one group may actually harm other. Secondly, universal functionalism. Not every institution has only positive consequences. Institutions can also create dysfunction. So he introduced the term dysfunction here. And thirdly, functional indispensability. There is no institution that is absolutely indispensable. The same role can be performed by different institutions. The same function can be functioned, and he introduced the concept of functional alternative here. So Merton then introduced two important concepts. That's what manifest and latent function. Manifest are the intended and recognized consequences of an action, expected outcome. Latent are the unintended or the hidden consequences, right? So for example, a college, if you see, manifest function is education, but its latent function is creating friendship, professional networks, or even marriage alliances. But still there can be manifest dysfunction and latent dysfunction also. That again we need to add here. But latent function also have limitations. They are often difficult to identify because it is hidden, because it is unintended, and it may encourage a conservative view of society by justifying existing institutions. Which means if one function is not there, if manifest is not there, latent will be there, and also it overlooks social change, and sometimes it is difficult to distinguish between latent function from the unintended consequences. So this is the limitation that you can write. And Merton, finally conclusion, you can say Merton transformed functionalism from a rigid theory into a more realistic one by recognizing or adding this dysfunction, hidden consequences, functional alternative, etc. And that's why his ideas remain one of the most important corrections to classical functionalism, and that's why he is called as father of neo-functionalism, and that's the favorite area of UPSC.